All right, here. So finished the first week of November. Good week. Where's my stats? Oh, let me pull those up. Finally started recording my data again on all my trades. Oh, nope, that's the wrong thing. Google. Oh, nope, that's another wrong thing. Okay, there we go. I'll get to that. Um, so it was a pretty good week for me. Finally finding some consistency again. Had a couple rough months. Um, but let me just get pretty much what's working. So this week, pretty much all I've been doing is being more patient. I am trading less, even though the market is pretty hot this week. Besides yesterday, yesterday was really dead. There was maybe one play. Um, but this week, really, what's been working is combining triangles and flag patterns with breakouts. Like really as simple as that. So we'll take Otrk for example. We got a breakout right around 8, even the high 8s here. And then on this day, what day is it? The 2nd, so it's Tuesday. If you're patient enough, you get this perfect flag pattern. Let me set that up. So right around the breakout level, it's consolidating. Volume keeps coming in. It's holding VWAP. It's a low float. Just saw the overall chart. It's a former supernova. Here it is here. So it's really it. It's really been that simple. You get this triangle formation, a pullback in volume while it keeps holding up, showing that there's still some strength because it hasn't died off even though the volume is fading. And of course, you get some shorts sucked in. Some buyers keep propping this up. You get a continuation of the momentum. Obviously, doesn't work every time. On this one, I believe I got faked out once. I think, yeah, it was right here. I got faked out and I had to buy right back in. Um, so sometimes it gets you, but if you keep a stop set and you keep your eye on it, you can always make your money back, or you just take the small loss and you don't have to risk a lot more. Just put your stop and let that do its thing if it doesn't work out. But we have old, for example, right here. We had Bgfv. I believe that was the ticker. Where is it? This one was the other day here. This one was heading to all-time highs. Breakout was around 37. Oh, 38 here. Okay, so we got right around 38 breakout level. You get this nice spike here, topping out right around that area. And what happens is you get a triangle or flag, whatever it's called, with the hold of VWAP, doing good volume with relatively low float. Got to right around rotating it this day. But volume was strong, all-time highs, failing to break down, holding VWAP. You stack all these bullish indicators in your favor, and odds are they go in your favor. So it's just a game of risk and reward and your odds. So in this case, getting in, what was my age? I think it was 37.8. No, it was 37.2. Got in a little early because there's a higher low here. Let me zoom in. Right here on this higher low, I was getting in, and then it just took off from there. And then, as you can see, the triangle forms again, and it keeps working until it stops working. So you keep holding until the trend just falls apart. And when in this case it completely fell apart, it went red on the day, on this day. But yeah, that's another example. I got what else? I think Bttx. Here we got a breakout right around 13, and this one was an open price play. I think the open price was 1386 or 1378. I remember taking a look at this. But yeah, once again, set it up again here. Second line, as you can see again, low float on this day, doing great volume. So you got this whole uptrend here, and right around the 18 level could have been a decent entry. That wasn't where I was entering. I was actually buying the dip, holding VWAP, confirming the open price play, grinding right against VWAP, failing to crack each dip. So I was getting in on the dip here, and this one was not the greatest trade for me. Sold a bit too soon into the first perk, but it took off. So you get the failure in volume while it keeps holding up, and that's showing the momentum is dying out on the volume side, but it's still holding up, so it doesn't need much more buying pressure or anything to really push it up, because it's already holding up right near the highs with little pressure. So any buying, any short squeeze that comes in is really going to take the top off, and in that moment the supply and demand favors the bulls, and it just takes off. Didn't think it would get to 30, that's for sure. I thought it would top out low mid 20s, maybe right around the pre-market highs, but once again failed to break down, and you get another short squeeze. So keeping it pretty simple this week. When the market's hot, it's much easier to keep it simple, because almost everything spikes. If you're stacking all the bullish indicators in your favor, the odds will be in your favor, and more times than not, you will walk away with a profit if you have the proper risk reward set. And it's just rinse repeat from there. So we'll see what else is offered to us this coming week, but overall that's kind of been the play. Here, this one not necessarily with a breakout, but we got it with an open price play where it's failing to break down around the open price, and after you see this spike, shorts are trapped and they've been winning all day, and it fails to crack a whole dollar level. I think I went over this recently if I made a video earlier in the week, I forgot. But yeah, you get this solid open price play, fails to break down, volume starts dying off, but the stock isn't going anywhere. It's not budging, it's still holding up. So that's just showing the strength in the stock. It fails to break down, some more buyers come in, and shorts covering, gives a nice extra little rip, heads up to the 460s. It was about 15% spike from the open price play. Nothing crazy, but if you just lock in that 10%, you're risking 4 to 10 cents if you want to risk this. And this was a fake out here. Might have got faked out, but you could jump right back in when you see it holds. And that dip was on very low volume. So you're risking just about 10 cents, we'll call it. And you have the potential to make 40 to 60 cents. So risk reward is in your favor. You got low float, good volume. So really just got to break it down to simple indicators. So that's kind of it for the week. There were a couple other plays. Bkkt, I think that one had a solid bounce. When was it? Oh, that was last week. But pretty sure I played a multi-day bounce on this. Huh? No, I forgot. Oh, I think I'm thinking Bttx. Shoot. So many tickers this week. I'm really messing up. Okay, well, whatever. There are so many plays. Doesn't really matter. Phun had a solid bounce play here. Finally gave solid bounce after its supernova a few weeks ago. This one I did play. I did miss the perfect entry, and we'll take a look at that entry right here. Once again, you got the setup of an ascending triangle. Got the higher low, the uptrend here. The horizontal line will be going right around 3.8, and from there it takes off to the high fours in a heartbeat. Just 10 minutes and you're already up $1. Yeah, so I was trading was pretty much a similar pattern, but much later. So I saw this top out a bunch in the high fours right here, and we got this solid uptrend. I was getting in on the dips in the 450s, and I took it all off at 510 into the highs here. So it was just a quick little perk. It was failing to break down. I didn't think it was going to continue that much higher. I just thought it was failing to break down, volume's fading, still not breaking down, holding near the highs. You should get a short squeeze. And that's exactly what happened. Got one last gasp, and an indicator for that was the volume perk here. Volume was the highest it was, and that's usually a signal of a top after it's been uptrending. At least it might not be a long-term top, could be just short-term, but regardless, it's an indicator of topping action. So I have my order set at 510, so I wasn't really paying much attention to that. It got taken out as it was heading higher. But yeah, that's the week this week. So just keeping it simple. Just trying to stack all the bullish indicators, like I said. Just get the odds on your favor with good risk reward. In a market like this, more times than not, you're gonna walk away green. And whenever you do take a loss, don't worry about it. Just come back strong. As long as the market keeps providing, there's gonna be a play. There's always a play, at least one. There's at least one a day. That could always change. But in this market environment, you see it. You can see it. There's always, even yesterday, there wasn't really much action. But Otrk could have been a solid play right around the 12s here. You got a VWAP hold. Sure, it was the only play, but all you need is one. So, yeah, that's the week for the first week of November. We're going to try to wrap up this year strong. Only got now less than 2 months of trading. You take away some days off from holidays and weekends. Really got just about 40 days or so of trading. So just got to stay consistent and we'll finish the year strong.